Good morning. Once again, we meet. Today is the 7th of October, and we have a lot of news to discuss in this market, a lot of opportunities. I hope that you guys are following our previous videos and taking advantage of all the news that we are giving you. Nour is not going to be with me today, so I'm going to provide you with all the information that we have so far. Today, the war started between Israel, or 1 year ago, the war started between Israel and Gaza, and we've seen the effect on the market. We've seen how oil, gold, and every single commodity or safe haven got affected. We've seen the geopolitical tension not affecting the market the same strength as before. If you guys noticed with the hit of Iran last week, we've seen a small hit and run in the market. So gold got affected quickly, and then after that it kind of like disappeared and it went back down. We're expecting the same. Now, during the weekend, the things in the geopolitical area or the geopolitical tension, what happened here is simply we've seen Israel threatening to hit the oil of Iran, and this basically pushed oil up, and we've noticed that, or if you guys can just take a look at the chart, you can see on WTI, now it's trading around 74.9, especially at the beginning of this week. Okay, we started the week up. Keep in mind that we already mentioned, and I told you last week and the week before that the levels between 65 and 68, these are very strong support areas. We know that the market is pricing the growth of 2024 and 2025 to be not as expected and not as strong as it should be. That's why oil is still down at these levels. But at the same time, we do know for a fact that oil is cheap where it is at the moment. So for anyone that would like to have or to benefit from this for a medium or long term, this is the opportunity. We've already jumped up. We touched the levels of 76 almost, all the way from 60, 68, or even 67.5, and this is just 4 or 5 days ago. So oil at the moment is trading between the two moving average 50 and 100. We're still below the 100. Any break of that moving average, so I'm talking above 76.50, then we start discussing a new trends and new wave. But as long as we are in between the two moving averages, this is supposed to be a small pullback, unless we're gonna see a hit from, or like a return of missiles from Israel to Iran. Now, to continue and check what's been happening over the weekend and what are the latest news regarding the dollar index. We've seen that the dollar index has been getting stronger and stronger since last week. And if you notice on the chart, now we're trading around 102.47. We've been going up since the beginning of this month, or last day or last trading day of last month. On Monday, 30th of September, we were trading around 100.2. Now 102.46. 5-6 consecutive candles, bullish, green candles, and this is expected to continue or even to consolidate a little bit before continuing. Why? Because now the market is pricing a little bit differently. Now the market is pricing two interference from the Fed. The first one, the higher percentage, is 25 basis point cut, and the second one around 50 basis point cut. These are the two interference of this year, and the next 2 months after that. So for 4 meetings, we're going to have another 2 cuts as well. And this will basically show us that the Fed is in the right place. The data that we're getting from the US is comfortable. They do not see that it's not going to be a recession, which is something that we still have some doubts, but at least the percentage of people pricing that in the market, it's already obvious at the chart. So that's why we need to follow the trend and make sure that you benefit from the market. Now, how did the dollar strength affect the rest of the currencies? If we take a look at dollar yen, let's say as a start, dollar yen jumped in the past couple of days or last week from all the way from 142 and we touched the levels of 149 and 15. So the jump up that we've seen in the past week, this is all because of the strength of the dollar index and dollar yen among. So you're going to notice that dollar yen, gold, most of the, even oil, most of the currencies and products are trading between the 50 moving average and the 100 moving average, which is something that creates a support and resistance in the market. Some people would wait for a breakout to take advantage from the market, and some people would just trade within. Every time it goes near the 100, they take some profits, and then they will rebuy from the 50 moving average. There are different styles. It depends. It depends on how much time you have to trade and what's your strategy, if it's a short term, medium term, or long term. Now, if we take a look at the euro dollar is the same. We discussed that last week. We had a chance to touch the 112. We did touch the resistance, and then after that, the market bounced back down. We are still on an uptrend. Keep that in mind. This did not change yet. So this can change if the market closes below 109.5. Then the next support would be 109, and then 108.30 if we break 109.5. So this is a very strong support. There's a moving average 100 over there, and this is a previous resistance as well. So it's going to be a good point sorry, to see what's going to happen on the market. Now, to continue, if the market continues going up from here, and this is just a simple consolidation from or since August, because we are at the same levels as we were in August or beginning of August. So if we're going to consolidate from here, the levels are still the same. We have 1033, 1140, and 12 in front of us. And don't forget, there is the moving average 50 around 1.1080. These are the levels for the euro dollar. Gold is still trading on an uptrend, but consolidating, and we can see a lot of uncertainty in the market, especially regarding gold, because on the daily chart, you can see at least 4 or 5 candles where the price opened and closed almost at the same level. Even on the weekly chart, if we take a look, the past 3 weeks, so basically 2 weeks back, we've noticed that the low was 2,613 and the high 2,685. And since that time, we're still trading within, and the range is getting tighter and tighter. So this is the formation of a triangle. Usually in such a formation, we wait for a breakout to take a better decision. Keep in mind, gold is super expensive at these levels, but a quick hit and run is something always beneficial in such markets. So we're going to wait and see. Silver, for example, did a much better performance on the past 3 weeks. We've seen higher highs, and this is the only week where we're still trading within the same ranges, same high and low of the previous week. Let's just wait and see if we're gonna have any comeback or any correction on this, and if Israel is gonna head back, or if Hezbollah is gonna do something regarding this, if Iran is gonna threaten a little bit more. What's going to happen in this file? This is going to affect all the commodities on a much closer look. Now, from the other hand, the most important news for the day, again, we are seeing the Chinese or the Asian stocks basically leading the way for another week. So it's been a couple of weeks now, and we've noticed that if we take a look at Hang Seng, for example, it's been 3 weeks. This is the 4th week where the market is going up, and it's going up really quickly and a very high volume. The volumes that we are trading at are from the top or from the max volume that we've seen before. And we didn't reach these levels since 2022. Of course, last week we've reached the high of, or we broke the high basically of January 2023. And this week we're noticing that we broke that as well, and we are at the levels of 2022. keep in mind and be very careful, because any move that happens that quick and that strong above the moving averages in the market, it means that we're going to have a correction, and the market should calm down a little bit before going back up again. So the Asian market is still leading, I think, for another week. But if we look at the Dow Jones, S&P, and Nasdaq, all three of them, the trend is still up, despite a bit of consolidation or maybe a bit of correction that we've seen. Still, the trend is still up. It's not in the same volume as it was before, so the strength of the buyers are not pushing and buying at the same pace as they had before, but still we are going on an uptrend. Be careful for all the buyers. Just make sure that you have your stop loss below the trend line up on the daily chart, at least, if you want to protect yourself. And for the sellers, make sure that we break the trend before you sell, because this is an uptrend. Do not try to fight with the market. You will lose a lot of money, as we've seen proven in the market many times. That's it, I think, for this week. Really, thank you for attending. I'll see you next week. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me.